guys, it's Kira and welcome to another vlog. Technically this is like an intro before the intro type thing because the vlog that you're about to watch was actually filmed 1 year ago. Which is obviously quite a long time, so I thought I would just pop in as present day Kira and explain why the vlog was filmed so long ago and what it is that you're about to watch. Essentially, last September at the beginning of the month, Jay and I decided to take a little end of summer / beginning of autumn holiday, and we went down to Cornwall and Devon and spent a week there, and it was such an incredible week. We literally had such an amazing time exploring that area. It's probably my favourite part of England ever. It's such a beautiful piece of the world and I absolutely loved it. Jay and I had such a nice time exploring the area, and honestly I love Cornwall so much that if the opportunity came up for me to move there, I would like in a heartbeat take it because it's just such a beautiful piece of the earth and I'm literally a little bit obsessed with it. So we spent a week in Cornwall and it was absolutely amazing. I vlogged the whole experience and honestly some of the footage that I got is some of my favourite footage ever because the landscape was just so amazing, and because it was the beginning of autumn and there were some very moody days, the rugged coastal landscape paired with that sky just kind of had me feeling like I was literally in the middle of a Daphne du Maurier novel, and that is, you know, everything I could ever want from life. So it was such an amazing time. I vlogged the whole experience, and then when I came back I obviously must have moved the footage straight onto an external hard drive and then completely forgot about it, cleared off my memory card and thought that I'd lost the footage, and so of course I never did anything with it or made a vlog because I thought I deleted it by mistake. But then very recently Jay was just looking through some of our old hard drives, came across the footage, and lo and behold it was all still there, and I had just gotten really busy and completely forgotten about it, so when I deleted it I thought it was all gone forever, but past me had clearly done a great job of putting it on a hard drive. So although I obviously didn't put the vlog up at the time because I thought I had stupidly deleted all of the footage, I have now found it, and it was such an incredible week and Jay and I had such a great time in Cornwall that I honestly just could not wait to share it with all of you. So aside from the fact that it was obviously filmed a year ago, it's still just my regular lovely kind of vlog where I just share my daily goings on, the books I'm reading, and just share my chilled out cozy lifestyle in a weekly vlog. And so I thought that it would still be a really fun vlog to share with you all, but I of course just wanted to pop in and let you know that it was filmed a year ago just for a couple of reasons. First of all, we are obviously still in a pandemic, and currently as we speak now in 2020 everyone is social distancing and wearing masks out and about, but last September in 2019 that was obviously not the case. So in all of the clips that you see when we're out and about and in shops and stuff, we're obviously not doing any of those things because that wasn't a thing back then. So I obviously just wanted to put that out there just so you weren't confused about what was going on. And then also I probably talk about some books in this vlog which I will have talked about like literally last year, so in case you're wondering why I'm talking about them again, that is why. But like I said, aside from that, it's essentially just a lovely chilled out regular weekly vlog like you see on this channel all the time, but it happens to be in one of my favourite places ever. I also thought it would be really lovely to share this vlog now because, like a lot of people, I'm not going to be going on holiday this year thanks to that pandemic I was just talking about, and so it's been nice to reminisce on such an incredible holiday from last year. And without further ado, let's roll the vlog footage and jump into 2019 Kira's trip to Cornwall. Enjoy. Hey guys, so Jay and I are currently en route to Cornwall where we're going to be spending the next 5 days in a secluded like beachside cabin, and I'm so excited about it because we left it till the very last minute to book our holiday this year. It's like the beginning of September, and so obviously the summer holidays have finished, which definitely gave us a better chance, but it was very hit and miss whether we were going to find somewhere nice, and then this place came up and it looked so cool, so we're really excited to go and spend a few days there. So we're now currently about 30 minutes away from the cottage where we're staying, but we've been driving for like 5 hours already, so it's been a long day and I'm super excited to get there and explore the cottage and the area around it. So I'll definitely show you what the place looks like when we get there. So because the place that we're staying is so remote and we have to basically drive across these fields and across like a coastal path down to where the cottage is, we have to leave our little car here and swap over to this 4x4 so that we can actually drive, because there's no actual road. It's just basically across a track on some fields, and so unless it's a 4x4, basically the car's going to get stuck because it has been raining loads, so the ground is like really soft. So we're just quickly going to swap our stuff across to the 4x4 now and then head off to the cottage. So we just made it and this place looks amazing. I'm so happy and so excited to get inside.
Okay.
Oh my god, there's a little snail on the door. Excuse me, Mr. Snail. Just put you down on the ground. Oh no. Our Airbnb curse strikes again.
Will we make it through the door?
So, story time. Literally, every single time me and Jay get an Airbnb, we get there, we find the key, everything seems like it should be simple, and then the simple mechanism of turning a key in the lock never seems to work, and we always seem to get the Airbnbs with the stiffest doors. And I'm literally like, man.
Ah, we're in.
Hurrah, finally!
Oh, wow, this was cool.
Oh, this is so cute! Love it! So this is basically the best Airbnb I think we could have possibly ever found, and definitely beats any others that we've ever stayed in. So I just thought I'd do a quick little Airbnb tour and show you this amazing little cottage. So literally immediately it just looks so cool because it's got these like amazing wooden floors, and it's just like totally, I just love it. It's like the exact style that I would have loved, minus the few deer and like sheep heads that seem to be around, which is the one thing I'm not so keen on. It just looks amazing. My favourite room by far, and the room that is in my opinion most important, is always the kitchen. And when me and Jay have a house of our own, this is exactly the kind of thing that I want, because I love when there's like a beautiful table that you can just sit down at while someone is like working in the kitchen, and then all these beautiful wooden surfaces. And then I also just love these like rustic like tea and coffee and bread tins, and I just think it looks super cute, and I'm actually in love and potentially will refuse to leave at the end of our stay. So next up we've got one of 3 bedrooms. So here's like the first master bedroom. It's also kind of cool, all of the doors, all of the bedrooms seem to have their own like doors, so they can go straight out into the garden area. So this is the first bedroom, and then we have another couple of rooms as well. I'm not sure which one we're going in yet. Next up is this little kids room with like bunk beds, which looks pretty cute.
Probably not this room, right?
What? And then finally we have the last bedroom, which I think is actually kind of cool. It's a little bit smaller than the first one, but we kind of like it. So that's all the bedrooms. And then we've got a little bathroom, obviously just standard, but again it's got like loads of cool vintage things, like the mirror and the woodwork, and everything looks super cool. And then aside from the kitchen, my favourite thing in the whole place is this vintage typewriter. I just absolutely love it. Obviously it's got no ink and stuff in it, but I just love the sound. Oh. Is there anything better than that sound? Is this an ASMR channel now?
Yeah. Just said something in the cupboard. There's probably a monster or something.
This is such a cool place. I absolutely love it. And there's also just some other small features, like the cupboards are like, the handles are like these vintage Coca-Cola things, and everything is like super, it doesn't necessarily match. There's like these, I don't know what they're called, like weather things to tell you what the weather's gonna be like. I don't know if they work, but it's cute anyway. And then also, much to my surprise and happiness, there is an awesome bookshelf just filled with tons and tons of the like old-fashioned penguin ones. Like there's this copy of The Great Gatsby, which I love, and again, can I promise it's gonna be there at the end of our stay? No, I can't. I'm joking, obviously. But yes, that is the whole apartment that we're staying in, apartment cottage, and it is so cute, and I'm so happy because obviously you never know quite what you're going to get into when you go for an Airbnb, but this place is perfect. I think we're just going to quickly dump all of our things and then go for a walk and explore the surrounding area. So we just got back from a little walk down to the beach. It's literally about a 10-minute walk down to the sea, and it is so beautiful, and it was such a nice walk. At first it was really sunny and surprisingly warm considering that it's September, and I figured that being by the coast it would be colder than it is at home, like inland, but it was actually a lot warmer. But then just as we decided to turn back, so we probably had about a 20-minute walk ahead of us because we'd walked a little bit further in the other direction, it absolutely just, the heavens opened and it poured down, and I am soaking wet. Like obviously I was wearing a coat, but then my jeans, this is the bit of jean that was wet and this is the bit that was covered by the coat, and it's literally ridiculous. So I'm super cold now, so I'm gonna get changed into my pajamas, probably make a lovely cup of tea, and then get on started with some dinner. I made a I said, tell me your story. He took out a notepad and wrote something for me. Then he kept walking on down the road, and I watched him disappear like smoke. And I thought I'd just seen a ghost. Then I looked down at what he wrote. It said, son, when you grow up you'll be fine. I know you've got questions on your mind. Life is gonna happen one way or the other, whether you like it or not. Stop looking for the answers and you'll find what you've got. Morning guys, so it is now the next day. It's currently about 8 AM and today Jay and I are heading down to St Ives for a day out. So we've just taken the 4x4 back to the field where we parked our car, and the field that we're in is absolutely like filled with cows all the way over there. They're like all over the place. So we've just got into our car and basically the windows and everything look like they've all been smudged by the cows and the mirror's been pushed in and everything. So we were like a smidge worried about leaving the car in the field just because, you know, we thought like a person could get to it or anything because it's in the middle of nowhere. We did not, however, imagine that it was going to get attacked by cows, but yeah, that's quite funny. But we're just heading off now to St Ives.
Searching for glory, I took out an old pen and wrote in my story. Then I kept walking on down the road. When your time is up, it's time to go. I pray he reads what's on the note and takes to heart what I wrote. I said, son, when you grow up you'll be fine. I know you've got questions on your mind. Gonna happen one way or the other, whether you like it or not. Stop looking for the answers and you'll find what you've got. When you grow up you'll be fine. I know you've got questions on your mind. Life is gonna happen one way or the other, whether you like it or not. Stop looking for the answers and you'll find what you've got.
So it's now about 2 PM and we're just heading home from St Ives, but whilst we were there we came across a fudge shop called Rowley's Fudge, which had loads of vegan fudge options. So I just picked up this maple and cashew one, which sounds pretty yummy. I love maple syrup, so hopefully I will like this. So I'm just going to do a quick taste test of it now. Now obviously the sensible thing to do would have been to open it before I picked up the camera, but we all know that I'm not very good at foresight when it comes to filming. Oh my god. Right. Whoopsie. Okay, we're in. Right. Okay. Oh, it smells super mapley. Very crumbly. It is yummy. Yep, that's pretty good. Thumbs up from me. Morning guys, so it is now Wednesday morning and as you can tell I'm obviously not ready yet because we've just been having a bit more of a chill start to the day today because it was super like misty and just like gloomy looking outside, so there was no point in getting ready and leaving super early like we did yesterday. So we've just kind of chilled out here and I've been finally catching up on booktube because I've been so behind recently because I've had literally no time whatsoever to be watching videos, but now that I'm obviously on holiday I've been able to like sit down and watch some of the videos that have been in my watch later for ages, which is great and I've been enjoying that so much. And now I think I'm finally going to start getting ready. And then today we've not really got anything like major planned, but we're going to head slightly further north into Devon and go to I think a place called Clovelly, where there's like quite a few little things around, like I think there's an abbey and a waterfall and things like that. So we're just going to kind of explore the area because today is a pretty rainy and windy day, so we don't want to go and do any of the things that we're super excited about. Like obviously yesterday we did St Ives and luckily it was nice weather, but today I think we're just going to kind of explore and see what we see. So I was literally just about to start getting ready, but I looked out of the window and I saw the cutest tiny baby snail. He is actually so small and cute and I love him, and I just thought that I would let you know because he is literally the cutest snail I've ever seen in my whole life. We've just gotten back in the car after our walk to the waterfall, but it's right along the coastal path and it was insanely windy and also quite rainy, and I have definitely looked better, but it's actually a really fun walk because it was super quiet, there was hardly anyone else around, and despite the wind it wasn't actually that cold, so in all, it was actually a pretty good walk. But yeah, I definitely could do with a cup of tea and drying off my hair. But yeah, we're just going to try and think about what we want to do for the rest of the day because it's actually only 11 o'clock now, so we've still got plenty of time to do some other exploring, but we're just not quite sure where we're going to go yet. So we've just actually arrived in a little village called Clovelly, and the lens is so steamy because the car is super hot, but it's rainy and cold outside. But anyway, we've just arrived here and we're going to head out and explore the village and also try and find some lunch because I am starving. What are you laughing at?
Is that good?
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, that's enough. Hey guys, so it's now Thursday morning, which is our last full day here in Cornwall, and today Jay and I have come to a little town that's maybe like an hour away from where we're staying called Tintagel or Tintagel. I'm not entirely sure how to say it, but there's like a big castle here which we might be going to, and it's also just a really nice little cute town that we're going to explore, so that's what we're going to do for this morning, and I will show you everything that we see.
For too long, I don't know what else to do. I wanna get away from every little thing just to try to make it through. I've been thinking about my options, every detail in my head, but it doesn't really matter, nothing matters, so I cry instead.
Hey guys, so we literally just got back to the cottage from Tintagel, whatever it's called, and it was a really nice place, and also I'm super happy because I finally managed to find a vegan Cornish pasty from a cafe there. I actually have the name of the cafe. It was called the Cornish Bakery, and Jay got something to take away. I just had the Cornish pasty when we were there, and it was like a vegan cauliflower and onion bhaji one, and it was so nice. The flavour wasn't necessarily like my first choice, like I probably would have preferred like just roasted vegetable or something like that, but the pastry was so good. It was like super flaky and crumbly, and it was really tasty, and although it wasn't like my first choice of flavour, it was still really delicious, and I felt like I couldn't leave Cornwall without having a proper Cornish pasty, so I'm super glad that we finally managed to find one of them. So now that we're back at the cottage, we're quickly just gonna like drop off some of the stuff that we had outside with us, and then we're heading back down to the beach that is literally like a less than 10-minute walk away from the cottage that we're staying in, because it's probably our favourite thing about this entire holiday is this little like beachy cove that we've been going down to every single day, and it is just so quiet down there. There's usually a couple of people who are like traveling in a van or something, and they're kind of like parked up by the beach, but the beach is almost always totally empty, and it's just so beautiful. So we're going to go and hop back down there just because it's probably our last chance to go and see it, so we're going to go and spend some time down there, maybe take some drone footage and take some pictures and all of that fun stuff. But yeah, I will catch up with you once we're down there.
I ain't got nothing left. I've been staring at the ceiling, I've been staying up all night. Everything I ever worked for vanished in the blink of an eye. I've been asking every question, 'cause I haven't got a clue. Why's it gotta be me? What the hell am I supposed to do?
So we've just gotten back from the beach, and it was crazy windy down there, so the sea was super choppy and we couldn't actually get the drone out at all, but it was nice because we just sat down and watched the tide come in, because it was like just before high tide, and it was so cool, and the sea was just like super wild, and the beach is very rocky, but it just looks really cool. So that was really fun, and I'm glad that we got to go down at least one more time before we're leaving tomorrow morning. But for now, I'm absolutely starving as always, so I'm gonna go make some dinner, and tonight is just gonna be a basic dinner with just like some pasta, sauce, a bit of salad and some bread.
I've been running circles, trying to catch my breath. I've been trying everything I can, but I ain't got nothing left. And I know there's so much more hard to see it clearly. Yeah, I tried my best, but nothing turns out right. God, I need you now so dearly. 'Cause I've been running circles, trying to catch my breath. I've been trying everything I can, but I ain't got nothing left. I've been running circles, trying to catch my breath. I've been trying everything I can. I ain't got nothing left. Nothing left. Nothing left.
Good morning guys, so it's now Friday morning, which sadly means that it's time to leave Cornwall because our little holiday has come to an end. But honestly, I'm just so glad that we did decide to come here, and especially that we found this particular Airbnb because it was just such a perfect little break. And we talked about going to a few different places for like a little September mini break. We talked about going to Wales and also the Lake District, but finally we decided on Cornwall because we'd both wanted to come for quite a while, and I'm so glad that we did because this was just the perfect little break. Literally everywhere that we went was so beautiful, and I just loved exploring all of this little area, and especially our little almost private beach cove that we had just a few minutes away from the cottage. But this was just such a fun holiday, and I've also been really pleasantly surprised with all of the vegan food I've been able to find because unlike Leeds, obviously where I come from, which is obviously a city, Cornwall doesn't really have any like big cities. It's more like little towns and villages, and obviously those are the types of places that are often harder to find vegan food in. But actually I managed to find vegan food everywhere that we went, and a lot of it was really tasty as well. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing everything that we got up to, all the lovely places we explored, and all of the great vegan food I managed to find here as well. I'm actually going to finish this vlog up here because it's currently only about 7 AM, but we've got about a 5 or 6 hour drive home, so it's basically going to be a pretty boring day of driving, so I'm probably not going to film any of that because it won't be very much fun to watch. But I hope you have enjoyed seeing all of the fun stuff we got up to over the last few days, and if you've been to Cornwall recently or if you're from Cornwall, I'd love to know if you went to anywhere different to the places that we went to, because I think we're definitely going to be coming back because this was just such an amazing little holiday, and of course I'd love to be able to explore even more places next time, so do let me know in the comments below if there's anywhere you'd recommend in Cornwall. But for now, I hope you've enjoyed seeing everything that we did and all the lovely food I ate, so thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.